No, Mom, of course, I will. It'll be fine. He's a really nice guy. Jessica knows him too. She says he's very nice.
We met in the spring of 2006. He had seen my MySpace profile, and within a couple of weeks, went on our first date, and we immediately hit it off. We were almost inseparable at that point. A few days later, he asked me to go with him to California.
Tasha, I'm in Palm Springs. Oh, no, the hotel is amazing. I know, I can't believe I'm here either. Oh, he is totally gorgeous, and he's been such a gentleman. No, if he was gonna abduct me, he wouldn't do it at a business conference, would he?
I had qualified to go to a national sales convention. I'm a financial advisor. I was allowed to bring a guest with me and thought it'd be a really good time, and invited her out with me.
Hey, hard day at the office?
Oh, so hard. I have no idea.
I just looked at it as, hey, look, how would you like to go on an all-expenses-paid vacation to a resort? How bad could that be?
At the end of the convention, Brandon and Gina head out on a day trip to a nearby beauty spot. Intending to be back well before nightfall, the couple dress light.
I'm gonna leave my purse here so maybe you could take these for me.
His pockets full, Brandon leaves his mobile behind.
We didn't think anything of it. We were only going to be gone a couple hours, or I guess so we thought.
At 10,834 feet above sea level, Mount San Jacinto is the second highest mountain in Southern California.
And as we're going up, she mentions, this is mountain lion territory. There's also a lot of rattlesnakes in this area.
But as long as you stay on the trails, you should be okay.
Among the most rugged wilderness regions in the US, Mount San Jacinto is the second highest peak in Southern California. With no access road, the only way up or down is by cable car. And while temperatures can hit the 80s and 90s on the desert floor during May, the summit is still dusted with snow.
Somebody mentioned it's going to get cold because you're going up 8,500 odd feet and there's going to be a wind. So you might want to grab a sweatshirt or a jacket, something like that to have with you. So we got up to the top, about to head out for our walk. It was totally perfect. And I guess you just think, you don't have a care in the world at that point. We're the typical young couple in love. Seeing the snow, I decided, sneaking behind him, that I would mess with him.
Brandon.
What?
I just kind of turned to him and just nailed him right in the head with the snowball. And at that point, it was on. It was just so fun, just throwing snowballs at each other in May.
Wait, stop. Listen.
What? What is it?
You hear that? Sounds like a waterfall. Don't get me mad.
So we headed off to go find this waterfall.
I can hear it. Can you see it yet?
Not yet. Unused to this kind of environment, the city dwellers from Dallas, Texas, don't realize that the mountain is playing acoustic tricks on them. While the sound of the waterfall seems nearby, it is actually rebounding off the hard rock walls and echoing around the mountain.
It didn't sound far, but I guess, the sounds play with you. play with your mind and play with your head.
Gotta be here somewhere.
Are we there yet? And this is getting to be like a real hike.
A little further, Gina. Should be really cool.
We eventually did find the waterfall, which was not impressive.
Wow. It's not exactly Niagara Falls, is it?
Ow.
Did you get one?
Oh, maybe you don't want to see this one.
See? Let me see it. See?
We took some pictures, which didn't turn out very well at all, and then decided to turn back.
Time should be getting back. Come on. Yeah, we should.
Gina and Brandon have 20 minutes to meet their tour party at the cable car station. But going back the way they came is not easy.
It seemed so simple when we walked off the path to get to the waterfall. It felt like all we did was around 2 boulders, behind a tree, and over the top of another boulder, and there it was. So we kind of, retraced our steps, and it was seeming to take much longer.
Hey, can you hear that?
This way. Can't be far.
We could hear voices, but we couldn't really match up with them.
It's now less than 10 minutes before the tour party leaves. Brandon and Gina can hear the other tourists, but they cannot find them.
This way.
We couldn't get to them. They seemed to be just right there, and we lost voices. We couldn't hear anyone else talking. And at that point, you kind of, okay, something might not be right here.
Meanwhile, the rest of the tour party has descended without Brandon and Gina and will soon return to the hotel.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Brandon and Gina now realize they've not only missed their rendezvous, they've lost their way back to the station. It's beginning to be a true test of their fledgling relationship.
You've got no idea where we are, have you?
Not exactly. But at least I'm looking for a way out.
He goes, you can sit there if you want to, but I'm gonna keep on moving. I think he wanted to be the big, strong, tough guy that's not scared in front of me.
At that point, it was probably important that I sent a little message of, okay, we can't panic. We have to stay focused on the task at hand.
Despite Brandon's determination to find the mountain station, the dense pine forests and steep rock faces block their path. They're tantalizingly close to the station, but they just can't see it.
I think we're close. We just need to go a little bit further this direction or this direction. We'll see something we recognize and we'll be fine. That went on for a while, and then I realized that no, I do think we're lost. And so at that point, we decided, okay, we have to start yelling for help.
Hey! Is anybody there? Hello?
We're too short. Must have taken a taxi back. Okay, let's go.
We've now passed the rendezvous time. Now we have a real problem. Okay, before it was something that was very manageable. Now it's sinking in. I think we have an issue.
As night falls, Gina and Brandon are lost in one of the most desolate and unforgiving parts of the Southern Californian wilderness. But even worse, no one knows they're missing.
Brandon!
The most immediate danger for Brandon and Gina is hypothermia. Lightly dressed, they're at the mercy of the plunging mountain temperatures, which can drop well below zero at night. They must retain body heat, or frostbite, exposure, and eventual death may follow.
All we had was wind pants and windbreakers on, not any type of gear or something to prepare for this type of weather, or food or water or anything, because we originally had only intended to walk maybe a few hundred yards to take a picture and then head back to a mountain station. So we weren't hikers, we were tourists.
Brandon, I'm so cold.
It's okay, Gina, it's okay.
I really felt responsible. It's one thing to put yourself in a bad situation, but to put somebody else in a bad situation is tough to stomach. And so, at one point, Gina started to cry. She was very scared. And, I started to just apologize. I'm so sorry for putting you in this situation. And she stopped me right there.
And I said, no, we're okay. We're in this together. We both took the wrong steps. We're both following each other here. We're okay. We're in this together. So I think at that point, he accepted that I was not blaming him by any means, that I was right there with him, that we were gonna get through this together.
You can't stay here. You'll freeze to death. You got to move.
Where?
We passed a cave a little way back. It's better than being out here in the open. Come on. Come on.
Stumbling their way through the darkness, Gina and Brandon are aware of another very real mountain danger.
We had been warned that there's mountain lions and rattlesnakes in these mountains. We weren't really looking to see any wildlife. We were hoping we didn't see any wildlife at that point.
There it is.
Wait, don't go in there.
Why not?
I don't know, anything could be in there.
I can't see a thing.
I don't know if it was just a gut reaction or just instinct or how he knew to do it. He took my camera, which I thought was genius. I don't know how he thought of it.
Give me your camera.
Camera?
It's got a flash, doesn't it?
Turn on there. I see.
It's clear. There's nothing in there.
Although no longer out in the open, Brandon and Gina are still at the mercy of Mount San Jacinto's bitter chill.
Well, that night, it really got to a level of cold that I've never experienced before. I'm looking at my watch, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and I'm thinking, okay, we have 7 more hours of this? And we're already freezing, shivering, and how much longer can we endure this?
Brandon and Gina survive a long, cold night in their makeshift shelter. Exhausted, they've had nothing to eat or drink in the last 24 hours. Even so, Gina's mind is on more everyday anxieties.
This was by far the most awkward date I had ever been on in my life. Here I am with this guy I barely know, and I'm stuck. Now he's going to, smell my morning breath, and he's gonna see me without my makeup on, and I have dirty hair, and it's all those classic girl things you think of when you're in a new relationship.
Brandon's thoughts are on more practical matters.
In my mind, I'm going through a checklist, okay? There's a series of fail-safes. You know, first off, the tour bus had a head count and a list of names, so they would have known we didn't make it back on the bus. Secondly, at dinner that night, you know, some people from my firm would have noticed we're not there.
Unfortunately, the fail-safes have not triggered a search. With the
Watch your step there, son.
I'm watching my step. You watch your step.
I'm doing fine, don't worry.
Bram Schaefer has just finished high school. To celebrate, his father Dennis has brought he and his brother to hunt elk with some friends on Horseshoe Mountain in Montana.
My dad and a friend of mine's dad had decided they just wanted to do one last trip, you know, since we were kind of moving out and getting on with our lives.
Watch out for these potholes.
I'm looking. Eyes like a hawk, son.
Eyes like a mole, Dad.
Here, kids are going from boyhood to manhood, and it's part of the transition. Learn from their fathers when their fathers are having fun.
Keep up, Dad.
Keeping up, son, don't you worry.
But after a week of hunting, they still haven't shot anything.
Sure your rifle's shooting straight?
Yep.
You ain't bagged one yet.
Well, just a matter of time, son.
The mountain rises to 10,000 feet out of the wilderness.
There's no roads, it's just trails, and it's just pretty wild.
September is hunting season, for people and for bears.
We've seen lots of bears. It becomes a feeding ground for them once this rifle season starts.
The bears are more dangerous towards fall because they're getting ready for hibernation, so they're scavenging for whatever they can find to fatten up for winter.
Today is the last day of the trip. The men climb almost to the top of the mountain, from where they'll sweep down in a wide line, hoping to find some elk on the way. They don't have much time. A big storm is heading their way.
Okay, guys. Why don't we all spread out, see if we can't flush something out.
Bram goes to the end of the line.
Okay, let's move it.
Last chance, Pop.
Last chance for what, son?
Last chance to bag
Bag
it
an
out.
elk, you said it.
Bram had his own speed, and the way he went, he just went over a ridge, see? So he wasn't in sight of us.
Bram takes off alone, ignoring any possible dangers.
He was very strong physically and strong-willed. He's fearless. What's gonna hurt me?
Bram's orange vest might stop other hunters from shooting at him, but it also makes him more visible to predators. But Bram's a high school football star, bold and brash.
I was a pretty cocky kid. I didn't worry too much about anything. You know, I was 18, bulletproof. I walked for quite a ways and wasn't seeing much. You know, some elk sign on the ground and stuff, but nothing really to suggest anything was around. We were kind of supposed to stay within earshot of each other, but they were up on the top of the mountain and I was off kind of coming around the side, a little lower.
Now a few hundred yards away from his dad and the other hunters, Bram is suddenly aware that the forest is too quiet.
I kind of got a weird feeling about then, and there wasn't hardly a noise. You know, there weren't no birds chirping or ground squirrels running around or anything. There must be something around here keeping the birds quiet, you know, a predator of some sort around. Kind of made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. She didn't slow down. My next thought was get the hell out of the way. I was just freaking out. The next thing I know, she's sitting there with her head in my lap, just huffing at me. I was very terrified. I thought to myself, you need to either eat me or get off of me. My temper was starting to get the better of me. So I reached up and punched her in the nose. I come back with my other hand, and she bit through my thumb. And I got to looking around, trying to find my gun. She was sitting on it with her hind legs. Just picked me up and shook me like a puppy with a sock. It felt like vice on your leg. And then I thought to myself, oh, you're dead right there. When she got done shaking my leg, she just kind of dropped me. I think she was just gonna see if she'd done enough damage that she could just leave me there.
As long as Bram keeps still, the bear thinks he's no longer a threat. The moment he moves, the bear attacks again. Unaware of Bram's terrible ordeal, two hunters further down the mountain, Bruce Pisecki and his son Bryce, are also looking for elk. So far, without any luck.
Come on, son. Our luck will turn.
On their way to try a new spot, Bruce sees something that makes him very nervous.
I'm starting to see bear sign and footprints of the bears.
See that? It's a big claw. Pretty recent, too.
But the hair was starting to stand on the back of my neck.
With bears in the area, Bruce wants to get off the mountain as quickly as possible. That means going straight down through unknown territory. At the bottom, they'll try to find a trail to lead them back to their camp, a couple of miles away.
There was something crawling up my neck that told me something's wrong. Pay attention. And part of it I told myself was, you just don't know where you're going. You're worried about getting lost. I'm getting very concerned because now I'm walking in an area that I can surprise a bear at a moment's notice. So I'm trying to make noise. I was saying things like, okay, bear, here I come, you know, get aside, here I'm coming through.
Okay, bear! Here we come! Coming through!
Bram has done the nearly impossible. He's killed a grizzly with a single shot.
I felt just a lot of relief. I was pretty happy for, a few seconds anyway. Didn't really know what all the wounds I had. I was just kind of trying to figure out, you know, what damage was being done and what I needed to do to get out of it.
A mile and a half away, at the bottom of the mountain, Bram's father and brother arrive back at camp. They haven't seen Bram for nearly 2 hours.
We got to camp, no Bram. So I asked everybody, where's Bram? Have you seen him? No. Have you heard from him? No. I said, well, something's wrong. I got my other son immediately. We went back up on the mountain.
Let's go look for him.
I knew he wasn't lost. He had a compass in his head. So I knew that wasn't a problem. But for him not to show up was just, it ate at you.
Back up the mountain, Bram is taking stock of his wounds. Adrenaline is pumping through his body, so he has no idea how badly he's hurt.
I noticed my shoulder hurt. My head was bleeding, but I didn't really know what all the wounds I had.
Bram has been savagely mauled. The bear has ripped his scalp and bitten deep in several places. But the adrenaline is stopping him from feeling the worst of his injuries. Standing up for the first time since the attack, Bram is in for a shock.
Ah! Ah!
His right thigh has been ripped from the bone.
My upper thigh was just shredded. You could see the artery in there just pulsing, and then just big slabs of meat just kind of hanging loose. I pulled the meat back up and kind of laid it back in the hole. I wrapped my hunter's orange vest around the wound and kind of tried to tourniquet it a little bit. It hurt pretty bad when I pulled it down tight. The first thing, I sat there and I shot 3 shots like they teach you in hunter safety, and it's, you know, it's supposed to be the universal signal that I need help. Somebody's supposed to come find you.
Come on! Damn! Help!
Climbing the mountain through the storm, Bram's father, Dennis, cannot hear his son's gunshots.
Bram! Son, can you hear me? Bram!
It was getting really nasty. The wind started blowing about 30 miles an hour. We couldn't hear nothing. If he fell down, broke a leg, whatever, with the thunder and lightning, this was starting to become a life-threatening situation.